Very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Our first guest, very, very exciting. He hails from Britain. This is his new album, Billy Bragg and the Blokes, England, Half English. Of course, it won Best Album Design of the Year.
For real?
Yes, won Best Album Design of the Year. And look, if you turn it this way, it's the first letter in rugby. Please welcome Billy Bragg. Bragg, you picked a very good night to come. It's English soccer fan night here at the show.
Yeah, I noticed, yeah. That's scary.
Yeah, very nice to have you here. Now,
I
should ask you, you were in Britain when this happened. How did you feel about the Queen Mum's passing?
My first thought really was, it's, first Dudley Moore and now this.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a shock, really. I mean, not that it was really expected. I mean, we were, she was older than this building that we're in.
Yeah.
And most of the buildings in downtown Toronto, so it'd been coming a long time. And they had a series of TV programs ready to broadcast.
Right.
When she died. Some of them were so old, Winston Churchill was in them, talking in a present tense. It was pretty scary, so,
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think England will ever get over the shock?
I don't know. I mean, been thinking today actually about the idea that they can actually die, the royals. It's a bit of a shock to all of us. I mean, it's like, this glacier-like change. It suddenly occurred to me today that, is Canada ready to see Prince Charles on a 20-buck note?
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? Oh, you hear that groan? You see?
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? He's going to be, on the other side of the polar bear on a $2.
You're a very brave man, because with those jugs, he can hear us right now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. But it's what's coming. I mean, I don't think people have realised that's the way it worked. I've mentioned this to a couple of people just in, buying things today, and they've said to me, "Really?" I've said, "Yeah, that's how it works. It was, the Queen's dad was on, and then the Queen's grandpa was on, and then the Queen's, that's the way it works."
Yeah. They're a very close-knit bunch, I think.
They are. Yeah. I mean, they're an odd family. I mean, they've had their dysfunctional moments, but the idea that they somehow represent something in Canada, I find it really difficult to grasp. I mean, how often they come here? Elvis comes here more often, doesn't he?
They usually come here in June when there's a Coronation Street marathon.
Yeah.
It usually pops in for that.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
And you'll often see her at Parliament Hill throwing a frisbee for her corgis.
Yeah,
she loves that. She loves to go out and play frisbee with the corgis. Actually, the corgis don't catch the frisbee. Doesn't she use peasants for that? Don't the peasants jump up and catch the frisbee?
I mean, I saw some of the footage of the funeral on TV. I mean, I don't know if you know. You probably don't know. We sent 1,700 troops to Afghanistan, and it took us 3,000 troops to bury the Queen Mother. I mean, what's it about?
Well,
it's just incredible.
She was a fighter.
She was. You're right. You're right. Of course, we had the Jubilee coming up now, the Golden Jubilee, so we've got to go through all these documentaries again, all this flag-waving business again. I'm putting out a single in the middle of it all for a bit of mischief, and I was emailing London today, and they were saying to me, you're going to get pilloried for this, Bill. Yeah. And so I made him go and check out that it's not on the statute books anymore, and they can't actually put me in a pillory. Yeah. Because I don't really...
I'm curious, as is everyone here, what the hell is a pillory?
Hey, it's a thing where you put your head in it like this and your arms in it like that, and they throw stuff at you.
Oh, I see.
Don't you have them in Canada?
We call it the monologue position. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Now, what brings you to Toronto? What have you been up to here?
Well, funny enough, I've been here 3 days, and every day I've eaten in a restaurant called the Queen Mother. It's the weirdest experience. I don't know why that's happened, but it just seems to be everyone wants to take me to this damn restaurant. So people are weeping, wearing black armbands and kind of like it's all kind of going down. No, I'm doing a gig tonight down at the courthouse. And,
great, the courthouse.
And I've sort of had a.
Well, I can't tell you how many musicians do gigs at the courthouse.
Yeah.
So, unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Not the one you're going to.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure. But the mist is finally cleared today, and I've got to see a little bit of the town, I've sort of buzzed around.
Now, you've had quite a career. I've heard of people going on long tours before, but you went on a world tour that went from 1983 to 1993.
Yeah.
I guess my question to you is, did you walk?
No, I thought you were gonna ask me the laundry question.
Well,
that's the real problem on the road, actually, getting that done, getting your laundry stopped right. But yeah, I mean, I was just a working musician. I did see I was playing a club in England a couple of months ago, and they had a 1980s night.
Right.
And it said, that's fine having a 1980s night. Everyone loves Duran Duran, but it said underneath, relive the Thatcher years. I was like, oh my God. 160 gigs a year, you know, and half of them benefits. I'm not sure if I could hack that, you know.
Wow. Now, you toured everywhere. You toured from one end of the world to the other.
I've certainly toured one end of this country to the other. I've played in Newfoundland. I've played in Victoria, BC. I've played in Saskatoon. I guess I've played Saskatoon, Sudbury, Ontario.
That Saskatoon or Sudbury would be the places you'd leave for last, I think, because you want to have pleasant memories when you get back home.
I had a very good time. The best place I think I ever went to was Lake Moraine up in the Rockies. And if you used to be on the other, again, we're back to that $20 note thing. We went up there and we stayed in some log cabins which had signs. Our usual places say if there's a fire, you know, don't go out the room and touch the door. That's in all hotel rooms. This hotel room said in case you're attacked by bears. Because they were like little cabins, you know, and I suppose people would go out at night to take a leak or something in the woods.
Right.
Where bears
or you find out they double booked and the bear and his family are pretty ticked.
That's true. That's true.
That can often happen.
Yeah, scary.
Now you've just released a new album.
England, Half English, yeah.
Yeah, tell us a bit about it.
Who are the blokes? The blokes are guys who have been in a number of bands. There's a couple of guys who were in Shriekback, in The Damned, Public Image, but perhaps the most well-known guy is a guy called Ian McLagan, who was in the Small Faces, and the Faces with Rod Stewart, and it's just great having him on board because he's like a real national treasure to us, and he's really playing at the top of his game as well.
Now you're still devoting quite a bit of time to humanitarian causes, I take it?
Here and there, yeah.
A few of those would be.
Well, I mean, you know, the issue of freedom of speech. I was doing some stuff today, actually, down here in town about.
Yeah, I'm afraid I can't let you go on with that. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. About postering here in the city. I don't know if you know, but they're trying to ban the use of what we call fly posters, small posters on lampposts. You know, trying to turn this town into Disneyland.
They're trying to ban that?
Yeah.
Well, why ever would you try to ban that?
So you have to go and have a big corporate billboard with your face on instead, rather than you know, which is okay if you're you, but if you've lost your keys or your dog, it's a bit of a pain, isn't it? And you normally would stick a thing on a lamppost. You know,
I can't see a billboard out in the Gardner. If you find lucky, please call 222-1212.
Yeah, with a little thing underneath to pull off, you know, with the number and stuff like that. So,
you know, $150,000 in advertising to find a $30 dog seems ridiculous.
It does a bit.
Now, what's left for you to accomplish, Billy?
Vancouver next week, which is actually on St. George's Day, which is really important to us English people.
Very important to the British Columbians as well.
I bet, yeah. St. George was the patron saint in my country. He was born in Lebanon, and he never actually came to my country. In fact, my country didn't exist when he was around. But we have his badge on our football shirts, you know.
Now, where are you off to after Vancouver? Where are you going?
Back into the United States of America, down the west coast of America. Then I've got a couple of dates in Ireland. Right. And then I'm back in time for some fun around the Jubilee.
Wonderful. Well, next time you're here, we hope you come back and play for us.
I'd love to.
Billy Bragg, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Michael Cooper. Thank you.